Good evening, everyone. So welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. My name is Navin, and today we'll be discussing slot 3 of CAT 2023, and we'll be discussing quantitative ability section. Okay, so let's begin with our first question for the day. Okay, so please do remember that this set was a difficult one. Set as in this, the slot was a difficult one as compared to, I mean, all the three slots were relatively difficult as if you compare it with the previous years. So our target is not only to solve questions, but to see how many questions were of, they were doable, they were of easy to easy level, how many if they were moderate, where there were any questions that were sitters. Okay, so we will look into all of that. So first question, for a real number x, if 1 by 2 log 2x minus 9 to the base 3 whole divided by log 4 to the base 3, so there is some log are in AP, then the common difference is which one out of these 4? Okay, so what we know about the AP part is the middle term is the average of the other two, or we can say 2 times the middle term is the sum of the first, the previous and the next, right? Also, we do know that if you have log as fraction with the same base, so this 3 will cancel out and this 4 will become the base. So question is actually 1 by 2 log 2 to the power x, minus 9 to the base 4, and log, same thing will happen with the third term, log 2 to the power x plus 17 by 2 to the base 4. They are in AP. So using the AP logic, what we can write is 2 times of log 2 to the power x minus 9 is going to be sum of the previous and the next term, which is half of log of 2 to the power x plus 17 by 2 to the base 4. Now, using one of the properties that this 2 will become the power, so this becomes 2 to the power x minus 9 whole square, and we should be writing half in term of log with the same base 4. So we can actually write half as log 2 to the base 4, right? Why am I writing this is because if I have sum of 2 logs, I can combine them into a single log with the product of the values. So this changes to, so let's write log yet. So this 2 gets multiplied. Let's not forget the base as 4. So this 2 gets multiplied with the value of the second log, isn't it? Now we have common log as in the common base, so we can get rid of it. We can simply say 2 to the power x minus 9 whole square, and that gives us 2 times of 2 to the power x plus 17 by 2. Now, if you remove the square part, we will be getting 2 to the power x whole square and then minus 2ab. So this will give us minus 18 times 2 to the power x plus b square, which is 81. And we will have this as 2 times 2 to the power x plus 17. Now, since we have variable as the power, as in we have an exponent function, we shouldn't try to do anything apart from substituting it with another variable. So what I'm going to assume is that let's say 2 to the power x is, let's say, y. So what we get is y square minus 18y plus 81 is equal to 2y plus 7. This results in y square minus 20y plus 81 minus, sorry, not 7, 17. 81 minus 17 is going to be 64. So this can be broken down as 16 and 4. So that 16 into 4 is 64 and 16 plus 4 is 20. So y is going to be 4 or 16. This tells us that 2 to the power x is 4 or 16. Now don't try to find out the value of x. Don't do that. Abhi chhod do na. Now if I put 2 to the power x is equal to 4, you will realize that this will turn out to be negative. So 4 nahi le sakte. We can take 16 now. 16 is allowed. Koi dikkat nahi hai. If 16 is there, then what is the common difference? That is what they're asking. They're not asking us the value of x. So can we say that the common difference generally denoted by D, let's remove the camera part so that, yeah, so common difference being D is going to be given as log 2 to the power x minus 9 to the base 4 minus half. Instead of half, let's write this as log 2 to the base 4. Now do remember 2 to the power x is 16, so we will have log of 16 minus 7, sorry, 16 minus 9 to the base 4. And don't forget that 2 because you have a difference. So this becomes 16 minus 9, that is 7 by 2 to the base 4. And this gives us option A as the answer. Next question. If x is a positive real number such that x raised to 8 plus 1 upon x raised to 8 is equal to 47, then find the value of x to the power 9 plus 1 by x to the power 9. So what we can do is we can write x to the power 8 as x to the power 4 ka whole square and 1 by x to the power 8 as 1 by x to the power 4 ka whole square, and then add 2 times of x to the power 4 into 1 by x to the power 4. So our LHS becomes a square plus b square plus 2ab. Since we have added 2, so we are supposed to add 2 on the other side because x to the power 4 and 1 by x to the power 4 will anyways cancel out. So this results in x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4 ka whole square is equal to 49. And this results in x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4 is equal to 7. हमें ऐसे करते करते backtrack करते करते x plus 1 by x तक चाहिए. So we can rewrite this as x square ka whole square plus 1 by x square ka whole square and then plus 2 times x square into 1 by x square. Same logic, 2 फिर से add कर देंगे because x square and 1 by x square they are anyways going to get cancelled out. So this will result in x square plus 1 by x square ka whole square, and that results in 9. This further gives us x square plus 1 by x square is equal to 3. Now the thing is we are not taking plus minus because squaring and reciprocal of a square cannot be a negative value. फिर आगे चलते हैं. x square plus 1 by x square plus 2 times x into 1 by x. This is going to be 3 plus 2. So this results in x plus 1 by x ka whole square is equal to 5. And this gives us x plus 1 by x is equal to root 5. Now, why we are treating as root 5 and not minus root 5? Because right now it can be minus root 5 because none of the options is in negative. So let's not be worried about that part. Okay. Now, once we have got x plus 1 by x, अब हमें यहाँ जाना है. X to the power 9 plus 1 by x to the power 9. So for that, let's cube it. If I cube it, I'll have x plus 1 by x ka whole cube is equal to root 5 ka whole cube. This results in x cube plus 1 by x cube plus 3 times x into 1 by x in bracket x plus 1 by x. This is one of the types of a cube plus b cube. Sorry, a plus b whole cube, a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b, and this results in 5 root 5. Now this x and 1 by x will cancel out, and we do know from before that this is root 5. So this results in x cube plus 1 by x cube is equal to 5 root 5 minus 3 root 5, that will result in 2 root 5. Right? Okay. Let's again cube it. If we cube it, we will have x cube plus 1 by x cube ka whole cube is equal to 2 root 5 ka whole cube. And this is going to give us 40 root 5. Now this is going to give us x to the power 9 plus 1 by x to the power 9 plus 3 times x cube into 1 by x cube into x cube plus 1 by x cube, and this is 40 root 5. Now this x cube and 1 by x cube cancels out, and we do know that this is 2 root 5. So we will end up having x to the power 9 plus 1 by x to the power 9 is equal to 40 root 5 minus 6 root 5. That results in 34 root 5. So the answer is going to be option C. Okay, let's try another question. One. Yeah, let's move over to the next question. Let n and m be two positive integers such that there are exactly 41 integers greater than 8 to the power m and less than 8 to the power n, which can be expressed as powers of 2. Then the smallest possible value of n plus m is. So we need the values which is greater than 8 to the power m and 8 to the power n. Now 8 can be written as 2 cube. So this is 2 cube to the power m and this is 2 cube to the power n. So this becomes 2 to the power 3m and this becomes 2 to the power 3n. Now we need the smallest possible value of n and m. This is only going to be possible if n and m are smallest. So we can take m is equal to 1 so that we have 2 cube here. And we are given that there are exactly 41 integers here, which can be written as powers of 2. So we can have 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 5, and so on. So what would be the last one? So if you pay attention, I'm saying the first number is 2 to the power 4, second number is 2 to the power 5. So whatever I'm using the term here, I'm adding 3 and putting that as power. So if I am saying that if I need 41st number, so I will add 3 to it and I'll say 2 to the power 44. Now 2 to the power 44 will be less than 2 to the power 45. Now 3n can be expressed as 45. So n turns out to be 15. So first term is 2 to the power 4, second is this, and so on. So the minimum possible value of n plus m is going to be when m is going to be 1 and n is going to be 15. So their sum is going to be minimum 16. Next question. For some real numbers a and b, the system of equations x plus y is equal to 4 and a plus b into x plus b square minus 15y is equal to 8b has infinitely many solutions for x and y. Find the maximum possible value of ab. Hold on. This is actually a plus 5 and b square minus 15 and is equal to 8b. So there is a typo there. So we know that two linear equations will have infinite solutions if the coefficients of the variable and the constant term, they bear the same ratio. So we can say that a plus 5 upon 1 is equal to b square minus 15 upon 1 and that is equal to 8b upon 4. Now this last is actually 2b, isn't it? So if we take these and equate, we'll have b square minus 15 is equal to 2b, or b square minus 2b minus 15 is equal to 0, or we can write this as b minus 5 into b plus 3 is equal to 0. This results in b is equal to 5 and b is equal to minus 3. Now when b is equal to 5, we will have a is equal to 10 minus 5, that is 5. And if b is equal to minus 3, so minus 6, we will have a is equal to minus 11. So the product of a into b is going to be 5 into 5. Which is 25. And the product of a into b, the second pair, is going to be minus 11 into minus 3, which is 33. Since we are asked to find the larger among the two, so the answer is going to be 33. Next question. Let n be any natural number such that 5 raised to n minus 1 is less than 3 raised to n plus 1. Then the least integer value of m such that it satisfies this for each such n is. So again, it's an exponent function. There is nothing much you may have read while preparing for CAT. So if you get an exponent, it has to do with pattern, right? So आप क्या करोगे? आप n की value 1 रखोगे. Why? Because n is a natural number. So you will be getting 5 to the power 0 is less than 3 to the power 2. True. 1 is less than 9. N की value 2 रखोगे. So you will get 5 to the power 1 is less than 3 to the power 3. 5 is less than 27. If you take n is equal to 3, you will be getting 3 minus 1, 2 is less than 3 to the power 3 plus 1, 4. So 25 is less than 81. True. If n is equal to 4, so you will be getting 5 to the power 3, which is 125, less than 3 to the power 5, which is 243. Still true. If n is equal to 5, we will be getting 5 to the power 4, which is 625, and we will have 3 to the power 6, which is 729. 625 is less than 729. If we take n is equal to 6, we will be getting 5 to the power 5, which is 30,000 plus. ठीक है, आपको exact value जानने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. And you will have 3 to the power 7 here, which is going to be 20,000 plus. Exact 21 plus होगा, either 31,000 plus होगा. So this is not true. And beyond this, it won't be. कैसे पता? Because in exponent, if there is a shift in the change of inequality or the condition, it stays as such. So can we say n can take any value from 1 to 5? If this is true, then 3 to the power 1 plus 1 should be less than 2 to the power 1 plus m. 3 to the power 2 plus 1 should be less than 2 to the power 2 plus this, and so on. 3 to the power 5 plus 1, because maximum value of n we can take is 5, should be less than 2 to the power 5 plus what. अब यार ये देखो 3 square is less than कुछ करेंगे, तो what I am trying to do is I am trying to maximize this, because if this is maximum, सब जगह वही number जाएगा. Now this turns out to be 3 to the power 6, which is 729, and 2 के powers में जो 729 से बड़ा number आता है, that is 1024. And which is nothing but 2 to the power 10. So if I want this to be 2 to the power 10, that means this should be 5. If this is 5, मतलब ये सारे 5 होंगे. M है ना सब में. If m is 5, it's 5 throughout. So 3 square is 9, 2 to the power 6 is 64, 3 to the power 3 is 27, 2 to the power 7 is 128. ये सारे true हैं. So the minimum value of m, the least integer value of n that it can take is going to be 5. Since it is a theta question, you were supposed to type in the digit 5. Okay, the next one. The sum of the first two natural numbers, each having 15 factors. Factors का logic है, तो किसी भी number के 15 factors होंगे if it is written as 14 plus 1, where 14 is the power given to a prime number. Or it can be written as 3 into 5, which is 2 plus 1 into 4 plus 1. You cannot break down 15 further. Okay. So the smallest number that will have 15 factors is going to be 2 to the power 14, या फिर 2 square into 3 to the power 4. Since we are asked first two natural numbers, मतलब सबसे जल्दी कौन सा natural number आएगा जिसके 15 factors होंगे. We can interchange 2 and 3 also. That might also give us a number. Then we can instead of 3 we can take 5 and so on and so forth. अब compare किया जाए तो 2 square into 3 to the power 4 is definitely less than 2 square into 5 to the power 4. If you increase the prime number, obviously it will be a larger number. So the smallest number आएंगे वो इन्हीं तीन में से कोई आएंगे. Where if you realize 2 to the power 14 is in thousands, while this is simply 4 into 81, which is going to give us 324. And this is 9 into 16, which is nothing but 144. So these are the two first. 144 being the first natural number, 324 being the next natural number, जिसके exact 15 factors होते हैं. including 1 and the number itself, of course. So the question asked is, what is the sum of these two numbers? So this is going to give us 468. Again, a theta question. So 468 आपको type करना था. Let's look at the chat if you guys have any doubt. Nahi Charul, it is given that m is an integer, m is a natural number, right? I will discuss about the marks and everything बाद में. किसी का स्लॉन गलत तो नहीं दे रखा था? नहीं शॉर्ट्स, आई डोंट थिंक देयर वाज एनी एरर इन दैट क्वेश्चन में. ठीक है, ओके. और कोई किसी का कोई डाउट है? नहीं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. The quadratic equation x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 has two real roots if the difference between the reciprocals of the roots. So alpha plus beta is going to be minus b and alpha beta is going to be c. Right? और हमें बोला गया है difference between the reciprocals of the roots. So 1 by alpha minus 1 by beta, assuming alpha is greater. This is given as I don't think it's 1 by 2. Actual question में 1 by 3 था, है ना? It was 1 by 3. So this is given as 1 by 3 and sum of the reciprocals of the squares of the roots. So 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square is given as 5 by 9. Then the largest possible value of b plus c is. अब देखो b plus c तब आएगा जब आप इसको इसमें से माइनस कर दोगे. So this will give us alpha beta minus of alpha plus beta and this will result in c plus b or which is b plus c. ठीक है. So we need this particular combo. Okay. अब अगर आप इसको देखोगे तो you will get alpha minus beta by alpha beta is equal to 1 by 3. Right? Or if you look at this, you will get alpha square plus beta square upon alpha beta ka whole square is equal to 5 by 9. So this is what we get. और हमें वो combo बनाना है. Should we solve for the value of alpha beta? या हम कोई और लॉजिक लगा लें? If we square it, we'll get 1 by 9 and we get 5 by 9. See, what I would have done in the exam was I would have done a bit of hit and trial. Okay? Assuming that B and C, these are not irrational values. Obviously, because it's a theta question, you can't type in irrational values, right? तो जो fastest तरीका है वो ये है कि if you think about the values of alpha and beta such that the difference is 1 by 3 और square करके 9 आता है, that is going to be 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3 is equal to 1 by 3. And if you square, you will get, 2 by 3, no? So 2 by 3 minus 1 by 3 is equal to 1 by 3. And you will get 4 by 9 plus 1 by 9 is equal to 5 by 9. अगर ये आप समझ सकते हो कि ये आ सकता है, तो it will make things very easy because one of the roots is 3 by 2. Remember, it's a reciprocal. So अगर एक root 3 by 2 which is 1.5 है and the other root is 3 by 1 which is 3, so the sum of the roots is going to be 4.5 and the product of the roots is also going to be 4.5. So इनका जो sum हो जाएगा, the sum is being asked, right? B plus C, this will give us 9, right? क्योंकि अभी हमें वहां पर combination बनाने हैं so that we get a combination which looks like alpha beta minus alpha plus beta. ठीक है? So that's why I'll prefer this. एक टिपिकल क्वेश्चन वेयर हिट एंड ट्रायल, थोड़े से वैल्यूज पुट करने से आंसर आ सकता है. Next, Anil mixes coca with sugar in the ratio 3:2 to prepare mixture A. So we have mixture A which has got coca and which one has got sugar and it's in the ratio 3:2. And coffee with sugar. So we have another one with coffee and with sugar which is in the ratio 7:3. He combines these two in the ratio 2:3 to make a new mixture C. If he mixes C with an equal amount of milk to make a drink, then the percentage of sugar in this drink will be. Okay. So what we will do is 2 और 3 को एक काम करते हैं अपन 20 और 30 ले लेते हैं. So 20 में 3:2 का जो ratio है, this will change into 12 and 8. And 30 में इसका जो ratio है, this will change into 21 and 9. Right now we have 50 units of C. अब क्या करते हैं, 50 units of C में 50 units of milk मिला देते हैं. So when we do this, we have 100 units of milk, out of which the sugar content is 17 units. So the percentage of sugar in this drink turns out to be 17%. C option हो जाएगा. Next, a merchant purchases a cloth at a rate of ₹100 per meter and receives 5 centimeter length of cloth free for every 100 centimeter of length of cloth purchased by him. So this is like a profit to him. 100 रुपए की जगह या 100 centimeter की जगह he gets 105 centimeter. Since he gets a profit, so multiplying factor will be more than 105 into by 100. He sells the same cloth at a rate of ₹110 per meter. Again, 100 रुपए की जगह 110 पे सेल करता है. So this is again a profit for him. So this is the multiplying factor. But cheats his customers by giving 95 centimeter length of cloth for every 100 centimeter length of cloth purchased by the customers. अब ये cheat कर रहा है. Again, he is getting profit because he takes money for 100 centimeter, but he gives only 95 centimeter applicable or equivalent of cloth. So since it's profit for him, again the multiplying factor should be more than 1. And he provides a 5% discount. Now discount is like a loss to him. So 100 rupees में उसको केवल 95 rupees आता है. So if you look at this, you will realize 195 ये cancel out हो जाएगा और हमारे पास केवल ये बचेगा. Now, if you pay attention to this, this is like successive of 5% and 10%. 5 and 10 का successive 15 से ज़्यादा होता है. If you solve it precisely, you will get 5 plus 10 plus 5 into 10 upon 100. Which means that 5% is discount and cheating the customer by giving 5 centimeter less of cloth for every 100 centimeter. वो एक दूसरे के बराबर है. जितना प्रॉफिट उधर से कमाना था उतना ही लॉस हो गया उसे. So if you solve this, you will get 15.5. So answer is going to be option A. The population of a town in 2020 was 1 lakh. So 2020 में भाई साहब 1 lakh थे. Population decreased by Y percentage. Okay. And it further increased by X percentage. Where X and Y are two natural numbers. So we can't take fractions here. कि 33.33 मान लिया कुछ नहीं. If population of 2022 is greater than 1 lakh, so 1 lakh से ज़्यादा है, and the difference between X and Y is 10. देखो, the percentage increase component is always larger. So अगर मैं उसको Y मानूं, तो this is actually going to be Y plus 10%. तभी वो बढ़ेगा. ठीक है? The lowest possible population of the town in 2021 was. So how about we use the options? है ना? Lowest possible 72,000 लेते हैं अपन. So if this is 72,000, so we can say there was a decrease of 28%. So there should be an increase of 38%. Right? क्योंकि 28 से 10 ज़्यादा होना चाहिए. So if I increase 72,000 by 38%, will I get a value more than 1 lakh? So for such kind of questions, you should rather use calculators. So what I will do is I'll simply do 78 into 1.38. and this gives me 99.36 यानी कि 0.9936. ठीक है, मैंने 72 के साथ मल्टीप्लाई करा है तो ऑब्वियसली इट विल बी 0.9936 which means 1 लाख से ज्यादा नहीं हो रहा. After 72,000 we have this 73,000. So if I treat this as 73,000, so we can say this is a 27% ka decrease, so this should be a 37% ka increase. So now in this case what I will do is I'll calculate 73 into 1.37 and this gives me 1.0001 which is greater than 1 lakh, right? So 73,000 ho gaya answer. I believe if I start solving this using equations, it will be extremely complicated. So now I can understand why people were saying that the quant was difficult. Okay, the next question. Rahul, Rakshita and Gurmeet working together would have taken more than 7 days to finish a job. So अपन राहुल को H से denote करते हैं, रक्षिता को R से, Gurmeet. Together they would have taken more than 7 days. So can we say 7 days में they would have finished less than the total work? क्योंकि अगर 7 से ज्यादा लेना है तो 7 में तो कम ही करेंगे. On the other hand, Rahul and Gurmeet together would have taken less than 15 days. यानी 15 days में more than W करेंगे. Right? So मैं इसको ऐसे लिख देता हूँ. Let's club both of them and let's rewrite it like this. Because in 15 days से कम में if they finish work, so in 15 days they will definitely finish more than that. Now, however, they all worked for 6 days. That means H plus R plus G into 6, followed by Rakshita, who worked alone for 3 more days to finish the job. So this is equal to W. If Rakshita had worked alone on the job, then the number of days she would have taken to finish the job cannot be. तो अपन क्या करेंगे, अब इधर W की जगह इसको पुट करेंगे. So if I equate this and this, so what I will get is H plus G, R उधर चला जाएगा and ये बन जाएगा 2R. ठीक है? Okay. And if I take this and this, and if I compare, I will get 9R. So R is less than H plus G. This is what I will get from the second pair of inequality. If I double it, तो मेरे को ये मिल जाएगा. ठीक है, डबल करने की जरूरत नहीं है, इसको ऐसे ही छोड़ देते हैं. Let's not make it complicated. Okay, now the question is, if Rakshita had worked alone on the job, then the number of days she would have taken to finish the job cannot be. So, can we say H plus G is greater than R? तो हम इसको यूज, दोनों में इसको एक यूज कर लो. So let's use this. So if I use this, what I will do is I will add R इधर कर लेते हैं, पहले इधर कर लेते हैं. So we'll have R plus H plus G is less than 3R, and then we'll have R plus H plus G into 7 is less than 3R into 7, which can be written as R into 21, right? So can we say she cannot take 21 days, right? ये एक upper limit है, 21 days से कम लेने वाली है ये. We have the option 21. अगर ये नहीं होता तो next लेते हैं. That would have given us कि R minimum इतना लेगी. So thankfully we started with the left hand side and we got R as R into 21 is going to be the work जो उससे कम ही होना चाहिए. So 21 she can't take, so the answer is going to be C. Next question. There are 3 persons A, B, C in a room. So अपने पास A, B, C है. And if a person D joins the room, the average weight of the person in the room reduces by X kg. तो ये average weight X से कम हो जाता है. That means everybody's weight reduces by X. Now, instead of D, if person E joins the room, so if we have A, B, C, E, then the average weight of the persons in the room increases by 2x kg. So, सबका weight 2x से बढ़ जाता है. So, can we say this reduction of 4x was because of this D? D का जो भी weight था A, B, C के मुकाबले on an average, उससे 4x कम था. And E increases the overall weight by 8x, 2x for each one of them, including himself. So that extra 8x was because of the introduction of E. E के आने पे हुआ. Question is given that if the weight of E is 12 kg more than that of D, यानी ये 8x minus 4x, अगर ये 12 है, so we'll have 12x is equal to 12, then the value of x is going to be how much? So x is going to be 1. Pure logic, deviation, average का concept, very basic one, right? Next, a boat takes 2 hours to travel downstream a river. So river is direction में है, port A, port B, and then we have 2 boats. So a boat takes 2 hours to travel downstream and 3 hours to return to port A. Okay. Then it is given that another boat takes 6 hours to travel to port B and back. ये total 6 है. And ये वाले जो boat था इसका 2 और 3 था. If the speeds of the boats and the river are constant, then the time in hours taken by the slower boat to travel from port A to port B is. It doesn't really matter कि पहले कहाँ जा रहा है, but I don't want you guys to get confused. So actually the other boat started from B, it reached up to A and then went downstream. Total 6 hours it took. So from the first information, the information given about 2 and 3 individually, we can say that the entire distance divided by speed of, अच्छा, common sense, ठीक है? Since the question is asking us about the slower boat, तो एक बोट है जो 5 hours में about round trip कर लेती है. There is another boat that takes 6 hours for the same round trip. Can we say this boat is the faster boat? Yellow वाला, और ये pink वाला, this one is the slower boat. I don't think we need to prove in any way कि ये कौन सा faster कौन सा slower है. So faster boat के लिए ना, I'm going to take this speed as f. River के लिए I'll take as r. So d by f plus r is given as 2 and d by f minus r is given as 3. So what we will do is we can assume the values of f, r and d to be anything, क्योंकि 3 variable है, 2 equation है, हमें तो पता नहीं चल रहा. But f and r, they are going to be in certain ratio. So what I will do is I'll divide it so that I will get f minus r upon f plus r is equal to 3 by 2. If I cross multiply 2f, 3f, so I will get f is equal to 5r. And as we have always been doing, the speed of the faster boat is 5 and the speed of the river is 1. So river की value 1 ले लेते हैं, faster boat की value हम 5 ले लेते हैं. And 5 plus 1 is 6 and 5 minus 1 is 4. So D की value इधर से आ जाएगी 12. I think I should hide myself so that it's clear. Okay, this is about the faster boat. Let's talk about the slower boat. Slower boat के हिसाब से ये 12 at the speed of s minus 1 plus this 12 distance at the speed of s plus 1, this results in 6. अब इसको हमें सॉल्व करना है. यू कैन सी दैट द ऑप्शंस दे टेल अस कि ये इररेशनल देने वाला है. सो बी वेरी केयरफुल. So we will have 2 times of s plus 1 plus 2 times of s minus 1 is equal to s square minus 1. So this gives us 4s is equal to s square minus 1, or this gives us s square minus 4s minus 1 is equal to 0. If you try to solve this, you will get the value of s as minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So this results in 4 plus minus 16 plus 4, that is 20 upon 2. 4 minus root 20 negative hoga. So the only thing that we can do is we can take this as 2 plus root 5. So this is the only value of speed. Now 2 plus root 5 अगर आप solve करोगे, root 5 is 2.2 something होता है. So 4 point something इसकी speed है और faster वाली की 5 थी. So obviously the slower boat is this, whose speed is 2 plus root 5. Now the question is not asked कि कितना speed है. Okay, what is the speed of the slower boat? The question asked is what is the time taken by the slower boat? So the time will be calculated by taking distance by speed. तो हम इसको रूट 5 माइनस 1 से मल्टीप्लाई और डिवाइड कर देते हैं. सो वी विल गेट, सॉरी, रूट 5 माइनस 2 से मल्टीप्लाई डिवाइड कर देते हैं. This is this. Oh, sorry. We need to take care of the speed of the stream as well, isn't it? क्योंकि यहाँ पे उसको normal distance नहीं cover करना. It has to travel from port A to port B. So from port A to port B, since it's moving upstream, so a reduction of 1 is supposed to happen. So this will become 1 plus root 5. अच्छा नहीं, port A to port B जाना है. So this is addition of 1. So this is 3 plus root 5. So this will give us 12 into 3 minus root 5 divided by 3 square minus 5. So 9 minus 5 is 4. So this is 3. So 3 times 3 minus root 5, option is B. So if by mistake we end up not considering the speed of the stream, जो यहाँ +1 होना चाहिए, हमें ये फाइंड आउट करना है, तो हमारा एक ऑप्शन मैच कर जाएगा. अगर गलती से हमने -1 कर दिया तब भी एक ऑप्शन मैच कर जाएगा. सो वी हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल. आई बिलीव अ लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स मेड मिस्टेक्स हियर. जितना मेरे को स्टूडेंट्स लोगों ने बताया कि सर वो सिली मिस्टेक्स कर आए हैं. ओके, चलो, let's look at the next question now. Then I will check out the chat. ठीक है. Gautam and Suhani working together can finish a job in 20 days. So Gautam and Suhani together can finish the work in 20 days. If Gautam does only 60% of his usual work on a day, Suhani must do 150% of her usual work on that day to exactly make up for it. So Gautam अगर केवल 0.6 G करेगा तो सुहानी को 1.5 S करना पड़ता है to make up for it as in same 20 days में. Simply equating these two, we will get 0.4 G is equal to 0.5 S, or we can say G is equal to 5 and S is equal to 4. अगर G5 और S4 है, if we put it back, the total work will turn out to be 180. Now, the question is, the number of days required by the faster worker. The faster worker is Gautam, right? To complete the job working alone is, ये 180 units अगर वो 5 की स्पीड से करेगा तो भाई साहब को 36 days लगने, right? So, theta question, so we are supposed to type in 36. Okay. Pranav, LRDI sessions will happen tomorrow. We will be discussing all the 3 slots के LRDI. ठीक है, तो कल I think 1 o'clock से ही शुरू हो जाएगा. ठीक है. Okay, next one. The number of coins collected per week by 2 coin collectors A and B are in the ratio 3:4. So अगर हम बात करें per week की, तो A and B they are in the ratio 3:4. So ये 3 करता है, ये 4 करता है. Should we bring in the multiplier? X लिखे, चलो लिख लेते हैं. if the total number of coins collected by A in 5 weeks, अगर A पर वीक इतना करता है तो 5 weeks में A का कितना होगा? 5 into 3, 15x, right? And the total number of coins collected by B in 3 weeks, B का 3 weeks में कितना होगा? 4 into 3, 12x. It is given that this 15x is actually a multiple of 7 and this 12x is actually a multiple of 24, right? So the question asked is, what is the minimum possible number of coins collected by A in 1 week? In other words, हमें 3x पता करना है. 3x तब पता चलेगा जब x की वैल्यू पता चलेगी. So from here, we know that 15x is a multiple of 7, 7a लिख लेते हैं, and 12x is a multiple of 24. We're not sure it's the same multiplier, so we'll write 24b. और अगर इसको solve करेंगे, तो we will have this as 5 and this one as 4 and this is 6. So we will get A by B is equal to 30 by 7. Now you can't further reduce 30 and 7. So देखा जाए तो A जो होगा वो 30 होगा. So if A is going to be 30, so ये, let's remove these two and let's write this as 7A and 24B. So if A is going to be 30, this will turn out to be 210. If this turns out to be 210, x will turn out to be 150 plus 60. So 14. If x is 14, per week A का 3 into 14, 42 हो जाएगा. Okay. So this is the smallest because A is going to be multiple of 30. Smallest value of A will result in smallest value of x. That will further result in smallest value of 3x. Next question. A rectangle with the largest possible area is drawn inside a semicircle of radius 2. The ratio of the length of the largest to the smallest side. So a largest rectangle. A rectangle with the largest area, sorry. When this question was asked, मेरे पास common sense मैंने लगाया क्योंकि geometry है, symmetrical figure is circle, semicircle उसका half है. So what my intention was कि if I complete this semicircle and convert it into a circle, and if you have done geometry a lot, you will realize that in a circle, the rectangle with the largest area is a square, right? That means ये बराबर होंगे और ये आपका बराबर होगा. As in, if the sides are 1, 1, this is going to be 2, this is 1, this is 1, this is 2. अब ये maximum area circle का है. If I fold it, shouldn't we be like कि इसका जो area होना चाहिए वो maximum होना चाहिए? I'm not saying it's going to be the same figure. Maybe the vertices will change. But maximum area in a circle, cut it half, circle का half करा तो बचे हुए का भी maximum area. So this should result in a rectangle of largest area. So the length of the largest to smallest side is 2:1. I'm not, guaranteeing unless and until we need to prove कि यही square ही बनेगा eventually, which I believe will take a lot of time because as far as I understand, I'll have to use Pythagoras here. Okay, so this is 1, this is 1, we need to find out this part, then we need to find out this part, फिर इसका निकालना होगा, so it will get lengthy. Okay, so length and breadth, they need to be related using the radii. So I'm saying it doesn't matter on the radius of the circle, this is going to be true for any circle. Since ratio is asked, actual value doesn't matter. Okay, let's look at if anyone has any doubt. Question number 15. Did we not do question number 15? Question number 15 रह गया क्या? Oh, okay. A fruit seller has a stock of mangoes, bananas and apples with at least one fruit of each type. At the beginning of a day, the number of mangoes make up 40% of his stock. That day, he sells half of the mangoes, 96 bananas, and 40% of the apples. So we have got mangoes, bananas, and apples. सब में एक fruit तो है ही. Now, if you talk about the beginning of the day, the mangoes constitute, suppose total fruits हम ले लेते हैं 100x total. So mangoes constitute 40% of his stock. So this is 40x. Okay. That day he sells half of the mangoes. So mangoes 40x tha, to sell kitna kara? He sold half. So 20x. 96 bananas he sold. And 40% of the apples. Now how many apples do we have? Nahi pata hame. So let's say bananas were B. So can we say apples were 60x minus B? Because the sum of these three is supposed to be 100x, right? Abhi 96 and 40% of the apples. So can we write this as 0.4 times of 60x minus B is what he sold, right? Okay. At the end of the day, he ends up selling 50% of the fruits. So how much is remaining? Remaining is 20x in the case of mangoes, B minus 96 in the case of bananas, and 60x minus B में से 40% गया तो उसका 60%. So 0.6 times of 60x minus B. So this is what is left, and this is supposed to be 50% of the fruits. So इसका जो sum होना चाहिए वो 50x होना चाहिए. Now the question asked is the smallest possible number of fruits in the stock at the beginning of the day is. So we are asked to find out the smallest value of x. Now the thing is x की value निकालनी है, but we have another variable b and we have only one equation to take care of, right? So since mangoes have been same, can we say 50% of bananas plus apples is supposed to be this? जो anyways वही देगा घूम फिर के. Okay, so we will have this as b minus 0.6b, which is 0.4b, minus 96 plus 60% of 60 is 36x, and this will give us 30x. 20 उधर ले जाते हैं, rearrange करेंगे. So we will be getting 6x plus 0.4b is equal to 96. This can be simplified as, if I multiply throughout by 5, I will get not 5. 2.5. So I will be getting 15x plus b is equal to 96 ka 5 times 480, 240. So this is what we get. Now 60x minus b should be greater than 1, right? This is also something that we should know. I think if we add this, we will be getting 75x should be greater than 241, and x should be greater than 241 by 75. To make it exact, ये मेरे को 3.2 देगा, 3.21333. So if we take 321 total या 320, नहीं 321 मिनिमम लेना पड़ेगा. If I take suppose 321 का 40% will be in point. So the next number we can take is 321 नहीं ले सकते. Next number we can take is 330 क्योंकि 330 का 40% is not going to be in point. So if we say that 100x is going to be 330, so x को 3.3 लिया because x is going to be greater than 3.21. तो 40% of 330 60 into, इसको पुट करके चेक कर लेते हैं. So we will have 15 into 3.3. If I put x is equal to 3.3 here, 3.21 नहीं हुआ, 3.3, ये आपका पॉइंट में होगा. So b will be also in point. Now if I want this not to be in point, 3.21 के बाद 3.3, 3.34, 3.35, 3.28, 3 point something, नहीं, 3.4 is the next nearest number that we can choose. So if x is going to be, इस पे भी वर्क नहीं कर रहा, 100x is going to be 340. So what will happen is 15 into 3.4 भी वर्कआउट करेगा, right? 40% of 340 भी वर्कआउट करेगा. 60% of 340 minus the value of b we will get from here will also work out. So all the values will work out. So the minimum value we can have is 340. इससे आगे नहीं जा पाएंगे. I hope it is clear. I had to check it manually. कोई और लॉजिक नहीं है इधर. 3.2133 से बड़ा होगा x. X can't necessarily be an integer. X can still be in point such that 40% of that value is an integer. है ना? So 3.3 is the next one. अगर आप 8 ले लेते suppose 3.8 into 100 is 380. 380 का 40% and 15 into 3.8 आपको पॉइंट में नहीं देगा. बट 3.8 बहुत दूर चला जाएगा. उसके लिए तो हम पहले 2 चेक करेंगे, 3 चेक करेंगे, 4 चेक करेंगे. ठीक है? Because we need 1 0 there so that we can calculate 40% and 60% of the value. Okay, so yeah, so I missed 15 by mistake. Question number 18. Oh, sine, cos. Let triangle ABC be an isosceles triangle such that AB and AC are of equal length. AD is the altitude from A, so it will bisect, and BE is the altitude from B on AC. If AD and BE intersect at O, an angle AOB is 105. So this is 75. So this is 15 because this is 75. Okay, this is 75. So this is 15. This is 15. Okay. So we are asked, अच्छा एक चीज और है कि since this is an isosceles triangle, so the altitude from C will also form a symmetrical value. So if I call this as an F, so ये भी आपका 15 होगा. ठीक है? I hope this part is clear. AB upon BE. So AB upon BE is going to be how much? Okay. We can see cos 15 and sin 15. How about we start using it? Okay. So can we say BC cos 15 is equal to BE? BC cos 15. is equal to B. बिल्कुल बोल सकते हैं. And similarly, can we say AB cos 15 is equal to AD? बिल्कुल बोल सकते हैं. AB cos 15 is equal to AD. पर हमें चाहिए AB. ठीक है, AB is here and we need BE. B is also here. AB by BE is required. AD by BC. That will not help. Okay, can we say area of this triangle is half into AD into BC, which is further same as half into BE into AC. So मैं अभी क्या करने वाला हूँ? Instead of AB, I'm going to choose AC because they're of equal length, so it doesn't matter, right? So I have taken AC instead of AB. So I'm trying to calculate AC upon BE. AC upon BE. And we are getting product of AC and BE. AB upon BE. AC upon BE. BC, AD, same thing, doesn't matter. If I cross multiply the two equations, I'll get the same thing as above. AC so instead of AB we can also write AC. So can we say AB by BE है ना, उसको मैं AC by BE कर देता हूँ. So can we write AC as AD by cos 15 and BE as BC cos 15, but it will not match with the options. And further, AD by BC is something that we are not aware of. Even though we know the angles, okay, so I'm getting stuck here. Should we use options? Cos 15 will be BC upon A. That is 30. We have 60, 60, 15, 15, 75 degrees at the bottom. That is 60 degrees. So that is 90, 30. 30, 90, 60 का triangle बनने वाला है ना? So a good question. So this is 60. This is going to be 30. This is going to be 30. This is going to be 60. $150. So this is 75 and this is 75. Okay. Not an easy one. I'll come back to this question number 18 later on. टाइम ले रहा है वो. In a regular polygon, any interior angle exceeds the exterior angle by 120 degrees. So how do we calculate interior angle? And it says regular polygon. So this is given as 180 degrees into n minus 360 degrees whole divided by n. And then exterior angle, which is given as 360 degrees divided by n, and it says 120 degrees. So इधर से अपन n की वैल्यू निकाल सकते हैं. So we'll have 180n minus 720 is equal to 120n, or we will get 60n is equal to 720, or we will get the number of sides of this regular polygon, which will be 12. Question asked is the number of diagonals. The number of diagonals is given by the formula n into n minus 3 upon 2. So this is 12 into 9 by 2, which will be 54. Theta question, so we have to type in 54. Okay, question number 20. The value of 1 plus 1 plus 1 by 3 into 1 by 4 and so on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all pick up the first term from each bracket. This will result in 1 plus 1 into 1 by 4 plus 1 into 1 by 16 plus 1 into 1 by 64 and so on. So this is an infinite series with a common ratio less than 1. It is given by a upon 1 minus r. So common ratio is 1 by 4. So from here we'll get the sum as 4 by 3. Okay? Excuse me. Let's pick up here 1 by 3 wale sare. So if I pick up 1 by 3, so what I can do is I can take out 1 by 3 common. I'll be left with 1 by 4 plus 1 by 16 and plus 1 by 64. वो भी लिख देता हूँ. And so on. And this is going to result in, can I say this is 1 by 3 times of, first term is 1 by 4 and the common ratio stays 1 by 4. So this turns out to be 4 minus 1, 3. So this is 1 by 3 of 1 by 3. ठीक है. अगर मुझे इसको इसके तरह लिखना है, see there will be a pattern. So what I can do is I can write 4 here and I can change this 3 into a 12. Same thing, right? 4 से multiply divide कर लिया. Next, if I pick up 1 by 9 wale terms, so what I will get is 1 by 9 is outside. I'll get the first term as 1 by 16. The next one is 1 by 64. And this is also an infinite GP. So 1 by 9 bahar lete hain. The first term is 1 by 16 and the common ratio is still 1 by 4, right? So this will become 1 by 9 times of 12. So this becomes 4 by 16, 16 minus 4, 12, 1 by 12. So if I keep 4 there और नीचे अगर 3 कर दूं तो 4 इधर भी मल्टीप्लाई होगा. I'll get 1 by 12 का whole square. Now if I am asked to add all of these now, this itself is an infinite GP where the first term is 4 by 3 and the next term is 1 by 12 times of 4 by 3. The next term is 1 by 12 ka whole square into 4 by 3 and so on. This is going to result in first term divided by the common ratio. This is good enough to give us a hint that the denominator will contain 11 और A आपका आंसर हो जाएगा. आप इसको properly solve अगर करना चाहोगे तो 3 and 4 will go, so you will be left with 16 and 11. So answer A हो जाएगा option. Okay, the next one. If an is 46 plus 8n, bn is 98 plus 4n, be two sequences for natural numbers n less than equal to 100, then the sum of all terms common to both the sequences is. Great. So an जो series होगा, it will start with n is equal to 1. Remember, n is a natural number, right? So 46 plus 8, that will result in 54. Yes. Then 8, 62, 8, 78, 78, 8, 86, 8, 94, 802, 810 and this continues. Last term क्या होगा हमारे पास 846. Right? If I look at Bn, it starts with 98 plus 4 which is 102. So 102 इधर match करेगा. And then there will be a jump of 4, so it is going to be 106 and then 110 and this continues. And the last term is going to be 498. Now we need to find out the sum of all the common terms. So sum of all the common terms अगर आप देखोगे तो आपको ये दिखेगा कि 102 कॉमन है, 110 कॉमन है, ठीक है, and 498 is a smaller value. 498 is a smaller value than 846. As in, if the terms are common, तो जो value common है दोनों में दिखना चाहिए. 498 will not be seen upwards in AN. So looking at this, we know that there are 100 terms here. Out of these 100 terms, the terms that are common, they are alternate in series. So common terms जो है वो आपका 102, 110, 8 के jump पे है, 118 and so on. Now, what would be the last term? So obviously in every pair the first term is common. Next pair में पहला common है, तो last 498 और उसके पहले का 490 में 490 common होगा. Sorry, there is a jump of 4 no Bn में. So 494 will be common. ठीक है, इसको आप ऐसे समझ लो. The thing that I just said. Last two terms will be 494 and 498. How do I know? Because there was a jump of 4. Jump करके 498 पहुंचे थे, तो पहले वाला 494 होगा. So in every pair, we are seeing that the first one is the common. So last pair में 494 will be common. So what is the sum of all these numbers? This itself is an AP that consists of 50 terms. So the sum is given as 50 into average of first and the last. So this will turn out to be 50 into 596 ka half, which is 250 plus 48. This is 149 into 2 and we have a 50. So 149, 2 into 50 is 100. So 14900. Right. Question number 22. Suppose fx comma y is a real valued function such that f of 3x plus 2y comma 2x minus 5y is equal to 19x for all real numbers x and y. The value of x for which this is 27 is. If you look at this function, we have an x, but we do have a y as the expression, as a part of the expressions, right? So let's try to get rid of y. How can we get rid of y? 2 and 5 hai. So we'll multiply this by 5 and multiply this by 2. So 5 times 3x plus 2y. Let's add 2 times of 2x minus 5y. 10y and minus 10y cancel out ho jayega. We will be left with 15x plus 4x, which is 19x. Oh, not a coincidence at all. So if we treat this as, let's say, P, and if we treat this as Q, so can we say f of P comma Q is 5P plus 2Q? बोल सकते हैं ना, क्योंकि उसी से तो निकाला है. This is 5P plus 2Q. Now we are asked f of x comma 2x. So instead of P we need to put x, and instead of Q we need to put 2x. So we will have f of x comma 2x is equal to 5 times x plus 2 times 2x. So this results in 5x plus 4x, which is 9x, and this is given to us as 27. So the value of x will become 3. Theta question, so आपको केवल 3 type in करना था, right? And this is the last question, question number 22. Let's go back to that trigo question, which is a little tricky. Reason being, the options are in sine and the angle is not the type where we are used to it. So we need to find out the ratio of AB and BE, or we can say AC and BE, same thing. We can write BC cos 15 degrees is equal to BE. ठीक है. And we can write AB cos 15 degrees is equal to AD. And if I try to divide them, I'll get relation between BC and AD, but how are BC and AD related? 75 will come in, tan 75 or tan 15. Tan 15 will contain sine and cos. So maybe cos will cancel out. Who knows? Let's try. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take AB and divide it by BE. So AB is going to be AD by cos 15 and BE is going to be BC. Now BC can be written as 2 times of BD cos 15. Now we don't know the value of AD, but AD by BD, and then we will have 1 by 2 cos square 15. Now how AD and BD can be calculated? AD by BD can be written as tan 75 degrees, isn't it? Into 1 by 2 cos square 15 degrees. So we will have to do something about this so that it changes to one of the options. A pure trigo question. Sorry about this. हम लोग बार बार बोलते आए हैं कि ट्रिगो आता नहीं है, पर ट्रिगो आ गया. Tan 75 we can break this as, but will that help? Nope, it won't help. If I break tan 75 as tan 60 plus 15, so I'll get the expression on the other side. फिर cos square 15 के लिए we'll have to do something. And I think we know that cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1. So 2 cos square 15 is going to be cos 30 minus 1, right? So this is tan 75 divided by cos 30 minus 1. Cos 30 degrees, root 3 by 4. Root 3 by 4. Get stuck at root 3 part. This is solvable, but this is lengthy. Okay, the way I'm going, it's turning out to be lengthy. See, tan 75 को break कर लो tan 60 plus tan sorry 30 plus 45. That will be easier. So tan 30 plus tan 45 divided by tan 1 minus tan 30 45, right? And this is tan 75 and divided by cos 30. Cos 30 is root 3 by 4 minus 1. Now the value that you get from here, calculate sin 15 and cos 15 and see which one matches. Sin 15 ko le lo, same logic, sin 60 minus 45, and cos 15 ko cos 60 minus 45, and see simple using comparison ke which one works, because which one to proceed with, I'm stuck here. Okay, and definitely in the exam, if I would have received this particular slot, मैं पक्के से ये छोड़ने वाला था या मैं फंसने वाला था. ठीक है. So it's good that a lot of you, if you did not attempt trigo as one of the concepts of CAT, तो अच्छी बात है कि आपको ये क्वेश्चन देखते के साथ आपने छोड़ दिया होगा, क्योंकि ये एनीवेज छोड़ने वाला था. There might be a very simple solution to this, but it's not striking to me right now. Okay, so that's all about all the questions. So, and this is the only place where we have solved all the questions, except for the one that we just saw, trigo का. वो भी solvable है, पर बहुत lengthy है. Let's leave this. Okay, so anyone who is worried about their CAT result, you still have a lot of tons of other exams to go for. So other management entrance test, we have started the batches. It will consist of more than 100 live sessions, more than 250 recorded lectures, more than 50 mocks, and 10,000 plus practice questions topic wise. So make sure that you enroll for this now. Do not be late. CAT अगर खराब गया तो जाने दो, CAT अच्छा गया जाने दो. अब next exams की preparation करना. It's not bad to have options, right? And CAT College Predictor is live. You can check the pinned comment in the chat as well as in the link given in the description. This will tell you should know which IIM you are likely to get a call from along with the CAT percentile required. This is a very beneficial part where students are facing this difficulty. Sir, ये college को form भरे कि नहीं भरे? Sir, इस college से call आएगा कि नहीं? All you need to do is go there, fill in the details. हम result बता देंगे कि इस college से आपका आएगा call कि नहीं, form भरना चाहिए कि नहीं. And score calculator and percentile predictor is also live. Please make sure that you go to the link. Snap 2023 crash course is have started. So join us every day at 7 p.m. on YouTube channel and app. It is multi-stream. So in the next half an hour, we'll begin this. Do not forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Do subscribe our channel. Okay. And also you can join our Telegram group, which is BYJU'S MBA Doubts. You can also download our app for free and use it for free. You can get it on download. You can download it from Google Play. The link to downloading is also given in the description. Okay. Thank you everyone. Thank you for joining. Tomorrow we will be doing LRDI of CAT. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. हाँ, अब मैं doubts देख लेता हूँ. I got 14 in this section. हाँ Zilani, you will most probably clear the cutoff. 50 marks in slot 3, what to expect? Parag, 50 marks in slot 3. For this, there is going to be a very good session. See, I will give you a huge range. Okay? 50 will take you an 87 percentile, 88 percentile, say 92. If you want to be a little more accurate, please use our percentile predictor. Okay? Secondly, there is a session that is going to be there very, very soon by Gautam. He is going to discuss about kitne score pe kitna percentile abhi expect karna chahiye. But give us some time because the scores are still coming in, and as per our expectation, at least BYJU'S के expectation के हिसाब से, we said that the paper was tough, right? Or previous year से कम marks, almost same marks या कम marks में you will be getting 95, 98 percentile. That's exactly what we are seeing. A lot of good students, they have not touched 3-digit score, ठीक है, जो कि last year काफी ज्यादा थे. तो आप बस वो देख लो. Normalization will always be there. Dhanush, mango question का answer was 340. Okay. Chalo, that's all. I'll see you guys at 7 o'clock for Snap and tomorrow with LRDI. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.